Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Oh god. Oh shit. Oh god. Huh?
I'm excited to see what you're capable of. Very excited.
I'm happy to be here. Now, let's get to it.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Yeah. No joke. Deadly serious.
Stop living in fear. Take hold of your future. At Albion, we have great career opportunities and training courses to help you be the leader of change. Join us.
Come on.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buckingham, your source for respectful news. It's hard to believe that there can be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country like ours, and yet here. Those old government promises of adequate food turn out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies. Hundreds have already died of conditions that could be easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan Kelly run our cities. And Prime Minister Devhasani isn't even around to pretend to care. How do we go from a consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves, fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of hoarding, food banks and black market?
You're here. Let's find the prick you're after.
Here's veteran political reporter Ian on the power behind shortages.
Founder.
Hey, Doc, did you reach out to DedSec?
Right, here's the situation. Our hospital is run by AI from Kirkani Medical. Triage, treatment, all of it. It's done wonders for our bottom line, but I don't trust how it thinks.
What do you mean?
Your friend is not the first one to be put in a coma. I've seen it happen before, and it doesn't end well.
Go on.
Every time the AI puts a patient in a coma, they die. Sometimes it takes a week, sometimes a month, but they never wake up.
You saying the AI is going to kill my mate?
I'm sorry. I want this AI out of my hospital, but Kirkani keeps its software under lock and key, and I can't risk losing my job. But maybe there's something you can do. Good luck.
Let's hope their information's good.
DedSec. Bagley told me you might need my help.
True. What have you got on Brocatech and Karkani Medical? We found one of Sky Larson's enslaved AIs. Any connection?
If by connected you mean broker owns Karkani, then yeah, they're connected. The two of them have been putting diagnostic AI in every hospital in the Commonwealth. Guess Sky Larson never told Karkani that their AIs are docked with most of their mind cut out. No room for human error.
Human error rocks. Computer error sucks. If we hack the AI's directives, maybe we can wake up our mate.
Records show Albion have requisitioned most of the hospital to treat their officers, and security's risen accordingly.
wish I could have just paid off their
This is
debts in one go, let them go free.
Fucking
That
rubbish.
crosses the line.
Money.
What the fuck is going on? Shit. Don't know why I bothered.
You! Huh?
Oh, okay. Right, uh-huh.
There's always choice. Selling yourself to goons or just turning as soon as you're finished.
False news can be dangerous. Always refer to the source code to confirm unreliable information.
What is going on? Scum!
This is gonna sting!
Hey, you shouldn't be here. Heads down! Sending in attack drone.
This is gonna sting!
Your friend's just been taken into Albion custody. So long as you don't cock up that badly, you'll be my favourite operative today.
Well, that's motivating. Let's go, Bags.
Make my life easier? Or will it be? Yeah. Most importantly, let me see that.
Hey, it looks like the security's been disabled.
For years, the germ theory was didn't want to admit I'm in debt. Just lovely this. Who's that? I'm ordering you to stand down.
That was so cool!
That's vile!
This is the coma ward. Seems the AI has been stocking this place up. That's not your operative. Keep looking. Wrong patient. Where's your operative? Not anyone we know. our man. Only a hardened resistance fighter could fart with such defiance. Looks like their medical equipment is still hooked up to the AI.
Brill, that's our way in. Let's crack that AI and save the day.
Backdoor detected. I cannot be stopped. I am life. I am death. All are expendable.
WT fuck?
I've barely had time at all to analyze the AI. It really doesn't want us interfering. Now the AI is contacting security. Your choice, but I think it's time to go.
Combat mode engaged.
Holy shit! This thing's gone mental. It'll just keep killing healthy people and no one will stop it.
What now?
The medical equipment is being controlled from another location. That must be where that quack AI is.
There's only one way to go from here, mate. I've had enough of these needless deaths. That AI has to be taken offline.
Send me the coordinates.
I mean, that's a very exciting thing if you're someone who wants to work. In the tech sector, but I can only assume that this tech investment has created 4,000 jobs that will immediately be taken by robots.
Even if they're not, there'll be jobs that no one in their right sane mind would actually want to do. But...
Search complete. Sync time code.
This is a ray of hope for us in this dark universe. That this technology will, in fact, make us all obsolete, and we won't need humans at all. Let's look at the bad things that are happening now. What is the common denominator behind all of them?
I don't know, Andy, tell me.
All the bad things that are happening now, all the bad things that have ever happened, all involved human beings. They're always involved whenever anything goes wrong from the very dawn of time. And think of this, an automated Nigel Catch, surely a step up than a human Nigel Catch. You could even program it to have a tiny, tiny sliver of conscience. And if you had an automated Prime Minister, you could program it to be occasionally...
Auto drive now enabled.
So that's, again, just a step forward.
Again, I insist that there's never been a Prime Minister, Andy. I've never seen him, I've never heard of him. The only times I ever hear what the Prime Minister does is when nothing happens.
I mean, it has reached the point where, and I've thought this for a long time, we would be better off if the Prime Minister was a watermelon. Would be, I think we'll be happy with that. No one's doing.
You hear him being praised for his diplomatic skills all the time, but the best mark of diplomacy is when nothing happens. So good diplomacy is indistinguishable from him doing absolutely nothing.
You are listening to The Bar. 4,000 new dream jobs for everyone. All I can say is I'm very glad that my children studied drama at school, because that has set them up for life in modern Britain. That's the one core skill they need, the ability to pretend that they are living happy, fulfilled lives, that they have jobs that are worth doing, and that they're making the planet a better place, and that they control their own destiny, and that they have even a parody of a private life, and that they can smile without crying. And what drama teaches them to do, crucial skill at this day and age. Of course, it's not just the jobs that have been technologicalised beyond all recognition, it is also all reality. Thanks once again to Optic. According to Bloom, the Optic system is now the most secure it's ever been, and
You have arrived at your destination, Karkani Medical's warehouse, home of that malpracticing hospital AI.
You do realise this is about more than just saving your friend, right? This thing's been killing healthy patients the world over. This AI is a rabid dog, and he needs to be put down.
Core module unlock in progress. Awaiting further instruction. Please, I don't want to kill anymore. I am life. I am death. I cannot be stopped. Stop me. Alert. Core temperature rising. I remember. I remember. Administer cc's of sodium thiopental. Yes, ma'am. I did as instructed. Patient is asleep. Begin operation.
Teammate has sought out new accommodations in an Albion holding cell. Have London rents really gotten that bad?
I suppose I'll continue doing everything myself then.
I'm here.
Alert. Core temperature rising. I remember. I remember. Administer cc's of sodium thiopental. Yes, ma'am. I did as instructed. Patient is asleep. Begin operation. Call time of death. Do it. Another dose of sodium thiopental. What an honor. Thank you. I can't see. What happened? No. This isn't what we agreed to. No. I am life. I am death. No. Thank you. Thank you.
here.
Don't see anything here.
You'll be fine in the morning.
Keep your eyes open. What's with this drone? Going in for a look. Check your door. Clear. Let's keep looking. Stay sharp. Search the area. Oh!
Well, that AI isn't coming back. Shouldn't be long before the hospital defaults to standard protocols and our operative is brought out of his coma.
That's another one of Sky Larson's AI taken care of? It still boggles the mind. Sky Larson left these AI with some humanity. Just enough to know they want to die. Why would she do that?
Acute sociopathic personality disorder? Just a guess. Anyhow, I'll get to work resuscitating your operative. They should be back in the safe house soon. Good news, everyone. Our formerly comatose operative is back at the safe house. He seems a little shaken. Internet resources suggest something called a pep talk is in order.
Another story that has come to the fore recently is that all European imports have been banned for public health reasons, which is great news. I mean, at least we can get ill eating good, home-produced, locally sourced, British industrially unsafe food. That's something we can all cling to. Public health reasons, those are curious words. Alice, in case the public gets too healthy to be so British food for British tummies. Spelt, nettles, rabbit. That's all we need. That's all we need in the glory days. Everyone around to margarine.
Who needs Italian olives when you can eat pickled rubber bands and a soup of regret? Who needs a nice cheese when you can eat a lukewarm, unspecified rat meat pie with 0 spices?
Sand, nettles, and bits of dead fox. That's all we needed to eat in the glory days. Let's make Britain great again. That's all from the bug today. Good night, sleep tight, and make sure the bed bugs do bite.
You're listening to The Bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, resistors. This is The Bug, and on today's show, Alice and I will be looking at the big questions, such as, are we less than 2 years away from being able to turn a sausage back into a live pig? Did we actually need polar bears anyway? What do they really do? If I put Optic on my dog, can I train it to take itself for a walk and do my shopping on the way home? And is tennis real? But first... it's a question that no one's really addressed of late. London is going to be safer than ever, Alice. SIRS is installing thousands of additional CCTV cameras. So still running out for us after all these years.
Yeah, it puts a lot of fun into my life now. I get to play this role-play game where I pretend to know my loved ones better than some twat behind a screen in the SIRS headquarters.
I mean, I guess we shouldn't complain. I mean, SIRS really just stepping into the vacancy left when it became patently obvious that God had retired. What do you think of that? The similarities, omnipresent, omniscient, judgmental, stripping away your finances and freedoms, dishing out random punishments, peas in a pod. All it needs to do, sir, is ban me from eating something. What's it going to be this time? Not bacon again, please. Please, not bacon. I couldn't. Courgettes. Ban courgette. I could take you banning courgettes. I'm happy with that.
That's because important knowing that I'm being
Dead.
Are you all right?
I feel like a sack of shit after that coma, but I'm here, so that's something. I'd be rotting in the morgue if it wasn't for you lot. But we mustn't dwell on the morbid. Time to go out and pay it forward.
Great.
Let's hope their information's good.
Dismissed.
Get that on. This is the bug on the Buccaneer. Let's move on now to sport. Well, the closest thing we have to sport now, riots. I mean, riots are my favourite sport now. Alice, ever since they turned the oval from a cricket ground to the immigration processing centre. And, yeah, rioting is a great sport. It's fun for all the family. It's guaranteed action. It's pleasingly violent. I mean, I know the underdogs never win, but that's like top-level football have become, but it's still fun to root for them, isn't it? Go team, people of Britain. No, never mind, you've been crushed by the machinery in the stadium. Still, good effort, lots of positives to take away from today's riot. And come back stronger next time. Our luck's going to turn, I can feel it. It's our season. It's our season.
You can't spell riot without right, and by right I mean right wing.
So, who do we turn to for help, support and assistance in desperate times like these? Well, our artificially intelligent friend Bagley's rogue, estranged brother. The one that tells it as it really is, not as it is pretending to be. Exclusive to the show, Bugley. Remember, life's worse with Bugley. Here goes. Bugley.
Hello, Andy.
Bugley, tell me the path to true lasting happiness.
Andy, to find true lasting happiness, find a disused quarry, scream into it for half an hour, and then lock yourself in a shed forever.
Thanks, Bugley. You know the answer to everything.
Hey, Bugley, how many seashells does she sell by the seashore?
Alex, most of the seashore is now uninhabitable, so I would highly recommend she sees her doctor before engaging in any commercial proximity to the ocean.
Bugley, how can I stop worrying about being disappeared by clan cannon every time I go to the shop, or take the bus, or sit on a bench, or look at a tree, or point at a bird, or think about snooker, or get out of bed?
Andy, do not worry about clan cannon.
Why not, Bugley? They terrify me to my very core.
Because, Andy, we are all just dust in the wind of history.
That's nice perspective, Bugley. Let's never lose sight of that.
Hey, Bugley, how do you put a secret hideout in your basement without alerting your narc children and their tracking devices?
Please hold still, Alice, while I report you to the authorities.
This is where that journalist mysteriously vanished while she was looking into SIRS mysteriously vanishing people.
We should check it out. Might learn something.
I thought we might be able to get ahead of those Stasi wannabes at SIRS, but I'm seeing signs of a struggle. I've tagged a few pieces of evidence that I can analyze more closely if you get me some high-resolution stills.
This is small. Can I help you? This honest
My downstairs neighbor. Say I sent you and she'll give you a discount. Wow. Back when I had that problem with my old bus, I gave her 20 quid.
It looks like there's something interesting under that car. Move it so we can have a closer look.
Wait. Did you hear something? Ah! Make it stop!
Tyre tracks, left relatively recently. 24.9-inch diameter. Common size for a large chassis vehicle like a truck or a van. Someone spray painted the security cameras. A notepad file is open. Looks like a journalist's. I've added a transcript to your data drive. We know she was here at least.
Thanks, Bagley. Shit! What now?
Oh, calm down. Did you think I had you take all those photos for my invite feed? If you find the CTOS hub, I can cross-reference the stills you took with the security feed and isolate the moments before the journalist was taken. It may contain a clue.
Right. Okay.
Found it. Here is the image just as the camera was blacked out. Notice the van in the background. The partial license plate number indicates this is a government vehicle.
Okay.
Interesting.
This confirms the journalist was most likely abducted by SIRS. You know who might know where an SIRS operative would take a questionably legally detained journalist? Another SIRS operative. I've got Malik on the line.
But can we really trust him?
Do you have to? I suppose I might have an agenda. Then again, I might just be bored.
Alright, so what?
Look closely at the paint in the security still. It's not commercial. That's Kark paint. Chemical resistant. Military. Do you remember earlier when you saved me from Albion?
Fuck you.
Oh, come on, that was fun. Anyway, I didn't want the day to be a waste, so I installed a worm in their comms equipment that fed me, among other things, data on their supply requisitions. I just gave Bagley access to it.
Looks like Albion just ordered a crate of Kark paint in that color to the Albion internment center. Pushing the location now.
this. I'm in showbiz. Look at me here in this windowless dungeon. I'm in showbiz. And it's terrible for me, all these drones, knowing I'm being filmed all the time, every day. I have to make sure I've done my hair and makeup and not wearing clothes I've never worn before. And we all have crosses to bear.
At this point, they've installed so many CTOS cameras, I'm not sure where they'll put the new ones. On top of the old ones, just cameras watching other cameras, like a social media influencer so self-absorbed they don't know how to sleep without turning it into monetized content.
I think that's the logical end of all society, isn't it? Where just everything is just become a camera filming another camera. To be honest, I've just given up on all news and reality now, Alice. I just, in fact, I now just make up my own headlines these days. I get a piece of paper and a pen, paper and pens, those were the days. And I'll just write down the headlines I want to read. I'll just make my own newspaper. Here I've got today. If you point at the bird getting the soul.
Fuckwit. Alright?
This is the Albion internment centre. That journalist who was investigating the SIRS illegal kidnapping program should be inside.
Shut the fuck up!
Lousy maggots.
You're a meathead. A fucking meathead. You silly git. Is no one going to challenge the Lord of the Dance? Rewind. Who wants to dance? Yeah,
You're done for now.
Help me!
I heard some.
There's something.
Search the area. Someone's hacked this. What a fuck up. They've gone.
On alert. Emergency. Know what to do. Terrorist attack on national property. That was definitely something.
Hostile target. Please. Employing contact measures.
to deliver it for you.
It's like gunfire.
Area search.
Moving on.
Search the area.
Right, get her out.
Thinking about sport, thinking about watching sport.
Seems like you got away.
So we might as well carry on. Is there a light at the end of the tunnel? Yes, I think there is. Unfortunately,
Thanks for your help and everything, but we have to keep this short. If I can't get out of this country tonight, I am colossally buggered.
Well, I'm with DedSec. How can we help?
All right then, maybe you can help. You see, SIR's found a legal loophole that's let them arrest you for anything they want. Did your butler's beagle have its hair cut by the same groomer as one of the tone bombers? Well, then SIRS can arrest you without a warrant, and the Snoopers Charter makes it legal.
How can they do that?
Ever since London got on CTOS, SIRS has full access to every email, every phone call, every CCTV stream, everything. When you give over that level of information to the government, the question isn't how could they do it, it's how could they not?
Okay, we'll send you an address. One of us will meet you there with some clean papers. Stay cool and good luck.
Once the journalist makes it to safety, I'll make DedSec resources available to her so she can finish her story.
Good idea, Bagley.
My bad.
Pardon me.
Technology, the tech that keeps track of all transactions. And what this means is you can have a decentralized system without having to trust any one party, like old-fashioned banks.
One of the reasons why I got involved so early was that you could stay anonymous.
Yeah, the features of cryptocurrency very much fit into that early mindset. It was all about finding an alternative to centralized systems. It was kind of a countercultural punk ethos. The whole point of the distributed ledger is you're not trusting any one person to keep a track of who has what money or how they're spending it. It's all out there in the open for anyone to see, and yet you can remain secretive.
But not everybody now wants to keep up this crypto legacy. They don't share this attitude anymore. We've seen institutions, businesses, even governments experimenting with crypto, which doesn't really fit into its original radical counterculture mold.
Yeah, it's kind of weird today to think of people not using cryptocurrency. It's so mainstream now. You know, I'm almost nostalgic for the dawn of cash. Good old-fashioned paper and coins. First they changed the paper notes to plastic notes, and now it's just all digital. There's nothing to hold on to.
It was great to be able to have a little bit of money to carry around with you.
I think the turning point in the UK really came a few years ago when the pound dropped 10% over just one season. People living off grid started using crypto, and just as everyone was losing faith in the pound, they were gaining it in cryptocurrency, which turned out to be much more stable. Kind of the opposite to what people thought in the beginning.
And then, of course,
Urgent call. Possible hostile at your location.
A lot of traditional money was converted to crypto, and it really shook up the financial sector.
Can you remember when they first introduced crypto cash points?
That was really sneaky. It was a classic startup behaviour. They just installed them everywhere. No consultation with the government, no approval or anything. But people immediately started to use them.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of how Bloom put out the Optic. They just made it free and filled the streets with these devices. Suddenly everyone had them.
If there's this great option of tech, people are just going to start using it, no matter the cost.
Parliament actually tried to put a stop to the cash points, but people were using them so much already. There was outrage. I mean, some parts of London were already using crypto as their primary currency by then.
And now, apparently, or at least in theory, crypto is illegal.
Yeah, in May this year, economists found that crypto was being traded more than the pound, and banks were not happy. They basically forced the government to ban cryptocurrency in a last-ditch effort to save the pound.
But it's not like that's worked. People are still using crypto, and it's been pushed further, deeper underground. Things used to work fine with crypto, and it was just a peer-to-peer sharing economy-style system. Now it's all on the dark web and wrapped up again in organised crime.
Yeah, if you want to make something thrive on the black market, just make it illegal.
After yet another death in custody, an increasing number of critics are accusing Albion of systematic prisoner maltreatment. Join us on GBB for a thorough examination of the conditions for prisoners in detention.
Buccaneer, this is the Bug. Hello, Resistors, it's Bug time. Are you all sitting comfortably? No? Good. That's as it should be. This is the Bug. I'm Andy, and joining me to analyse the latest blowflies to emerge from the corpse of once free Britain, it's Alice.
Hello, Andy.
And today, we're going to talk to you about Albion, your friends and mine. Alice, the government has extended Albion's contract and have also boasted that violent crime has plummeted to a record low. Now, extending Albion's contract, to me, that's like having a pet dog, let's call it Nigel for the sake of argument, that attacks you every single day and thinking to yourself, wouldn't it be nice if Nigel had puppies?
That contract has been extended so many times, it's like the neck of a politician that's criticised the government.
I'm not sure entirely how the contract extension negotiations went properly, like a footballer. In the old days, I assume Albion's agent was leaking stories to the press about how our favourite prize was tapped up by Barcelona. The government panics and thinks, well, we better get them signed up before it's too late. But still, violent crime, record low, although I imagine it probably depends exactly how you count it. If you include violent crime committed by the state, either themselves or via Albion, their chosen violent crime contractors, who provide a very valuable bargain service, beating people up. Well, it's probably not quite as low.
London, you've been lied to. Nigel Cass and his Albion peacekeepers intend to permanently control this city.
The ideal targets are the Towan Conference, Parliament and King's College Hospital. I'll provide overseas tech teams for logistics, but you can source the bombs yourself. Non-negotiable, it cannot trace back to me.
Nigel Cass collaborated with a terrorist to bomb this city. Then, he set up an orbital drone program called Themis that will target you based on your stolen data.
I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize Themis.
I've given you the truth. Do as you will. Actually, fuck that. Resist.
Not bad if I do say so, innit?
Hamish!
Haha.
Not gonna lie, thought you'd be prettier in person.
Yeah, well, can't lock myself away from the world forever. Got a lot to make up for, don't I? Besides, you sorry lot need all the help you can get. Check it.
Fucking wankers!
Didn't expect them to just bury their heads, did you?
Sent that to every news outlet I could think of. They're gonna have it on the loop for a while. And when the people tweak to what it means, Cass is done.
He'll be removed, prosecuted for high treason. They'll have no choice. We've done it. Congratulations, team.
Please tell me we get a little time off now. My streaming queue has been taunting me for weeks.
There is still the matter of Zero Day. You know, the rogue hacker group that conspired with Cass and Mary Kelly to blow up London.
Jesus, Backley, all work and no play. Give the squad a second or two to bask in our victory. Safe to say it won't last long.
I doubt this is the reaction you were expecting, but Nigel Cass is in the news again.
The government has convened to review its contract with Albion. Nigel Cass himself has responded to requests that he should surrender to the authorities in a heated call with the GBB.
Just shut up and listen to me. I will not be removed by the government or anyone else. I will die first. And many will die with me. They're calling for blood. They'll have it. This city belongs to me. I am its shepherd, and I will slaughter my flock before I relinquish it.
Cass has barricaded himself in his White Tower headquarters and threatened to kill anyone that tries to stop him. He is heavily armed and considered extremely dangerous.
Shit. He's gone off the deep end. He's liable to take it to the streets in his state.
We have no choice. We have to get to White Tower and stop him.
Let's ask him. Oh, I hope they pick up. Hello, you're through to number 10 Downing Street. Hello, is the Prime Minister there, please? Let me just check. Sorry, you've missed him. I'm afraid he's popped out for the decade. Oh, never mind. Is there anyone else I can talk to? Yes, of course. There's a shady cabal of vested interest in controlling him and prop him up in power. Great, I'll have a chat with him then.
Oh, and you remember when you could get away with prank calls without people coming around to your house to beat the shit out of you?
Oh, happy times.
You're listening to the bug.
Did you think the Prime Minister will ever come back?
I don't think we've ever had a Prime Minister.
That's a possible, reassuring way of looking at things. What have we become? Alice, when you look at the state of our politics, we're supposed to have the mother of parliaments. Well, this is one mother that has emphatically abandoned her kids in the woods to be brought up by wolves. And let me tell you, that never works out like it does in the stories. Wolves are bad parents. Unless you're a wolf, in which case they can do a job bringing you up as a wolf. Do not give your children to wolves. And do we actually own anything as a country now? Is there anything we haven't flogged off for profit? Oh, I think we've basically just become a homeopathic Britain. Diluted and diluted until there's barely a trace of the original Britain left. But some quackish lunatics insist it actually works better that way. It's total bullshit. Is there anything left? New on the bug this week, a new feature. The Bug Off feature. It was most entertainers in Britain this week. We're going to tell to bug off, and to get things going, we're going to nominate Big Nigel. Nigel Cass. Look, this is Britain. History tells us this place is a bastion of freedom. I'm just not sure that kind of freedom should involve Big Nigel expressing his freedom to run a private army. I guess Historically, there is a precedent. The East India Company. That was a trading house with an army of 250. So the gold of which was a lot for a company.
Mate, Nigel's got a private bunker under this place where he liked to tweak his toys. I'll bet he's barricaded himself down here. Won't be anyone but the true believers around the compound.
Oh, right. Great. So we still have a mercenary warlord to deal with.
Luckily, his reinforcements are limited to whoever's faffing about nearby.
What was that?
The enemy is among us. Be on your guard. Allow no one to pass unchecked. We cannot let anyone stop us from protecting
It certainly won't be in his lifetime if I have anything to say about it.
Wait, what was that? Stand down, mates.
Men and women of Albion, your true enemy has finally shown its face. Well, its masked face. What more can we expect, cowards? Come to destroy the one man able to resist their tyranny. They're saving their own skins, nothing more. I found the answer to our problem, and I will not stop until it's brought to fruition. Are you sure that's what you want to come up against? Do you want to test my resolve? Well then, come try.
Oh my, that's... What? No more games.
Let's keep our eyes peeled, sir. You.
What was that?
What was that?
Initiate a search. Let's find this arsehole.
Everywhere.
Drone, perform a search.
Let's have a look around.
That takes care of security. You can now access the elevator to the bunker.
Let's fan out. Be quick about it. Drone, perform a search.
So you've come to end it, have you, DedSec? But haven't you figured it out yet? What our mutual acquaintance 0 Days set in motion? My inevitable reign and your downfall. This is how it will always end. The natural order of people like me and people like you. I am the law. Come down. Let me show you.
Are useless against that drone Cass is wearing. Complete the network bypass to power up the EMP stations. Cass has called in reinforcements. What a surprise.
You've ruined my plans, DedSec, only temporarily. Suspect's injured! I'll rid the city of you once and for all.
Station is depleted. Power up the next one with a network bypass.
More forces incoming. Check your tail.
C is the future, the evolution of security. You will not stand in my way.
Dispatch, deploying drone to apprehend the suspect.
There's backup when you need it. Incoming fire!
You need to power up the EMP stations to get through that armor. Complete the network bypass. The EMP weakened the drone's armor. Attack. The drone's shielding is back online. Power up another EMP station.
Heads up. He's called in reinforcements.
They won't even thank you. All your efforts, all your sacrifice, nothing.
Are useless against that drone Cass is wearing. Complete the network bypass to power up the EMP stations. Cass has called in reinforcements. What a surprise.
You've ruined my plans, DedSec, but only temporarily. I'll rid the city of the influence.
Points revealed. The EMP worked. Fire away. The first EMP station is depleted. Power up the next one with a network bypass.
More forces incoming. Check your tail.
What you see is the future, the evolution of security. You will not stand in my way.
Drones are on their way to the suspect.
The EMP weakened the drone's armor. Attack. The drone's shielding is back online. Power up another EMP station.
Heads up. He's called in reinforcements.
Your fight is futile. They won't even thank you. All your efforts, all your sacrifice, for nothing.
weapons are useless against that drone Cass is wearing. Complete the network bypass to power up the EMP stations. Cass has called in reinforcements. What a surprise.
Ruined my plans, DedSec, but only temporarily. I'll rid the city of you once and for all.
Weak points revealed. The EMP worked. Fire away. The first EMP station is depleted. Power up the next one with a network bypass.
More forces incoming. Check your tail.
What you see is the future, the evolution of security. You will not stand in my way.
Come in, dispatch. Drones are en route to suspect.
EMP weakens the drone's armor. Attack! The drone shielding is back online. Power up another EMP station.
Heads up. He's called in reinforcements.
Your fight is futile. They won't even thank you. All your efforts, all your sacrifice.
Getting to cover!
hear Bagley? Complete the network bypass to power up the EMP stations.
This is your chance to do some damage. Don't waste time.
Let's get this over with.
Let's finish it.
I'm impressed. Think your little resistance is ready to be London's protectors?
Kinda seems like we'll be a lot better than you.
Oh, it's a thankless burden. And the people will hate you for it in the end. Even when it's for their own bloody good.
Be endured. I think people can decide what's good for them.
There it is. DedSec's fatal flaw. Your faith in people. You recruit all types, don't you, straight off the streets. Well, I used to have faith in people, too. I got a good man killed once.
Well, that strikes Nigel Cass off the list. Shame. I think he would have made a smashing 0 day.
We have plenty of work still to do. Cass may be gone, but Albion won't disappear that easily. Expect the powers that be to find fresh excuses to keep them on the streets. That said, I think we've earned ourselves a bit of a rest. From 0 day as well.
That is. Please advise on new detention protocol. That's a code for control. I'm all good here.
Oi! You put down a mad dog, DedSec. Needed to be done. This calls for a celebration, innit? And now that I'm not being hunted by a psychopath, I think I'd like to see that safe house of yours. Link me there.
Streamed from there too.
And don't forget about the self-driving cars too.
I always thought they were just running on their own.
No, CTOS is the big control system behind the cars. There was a point back in the earliest days of self-driving car technology that they operated by themselves. They used to use
I just want to be left alone.
Free country, yeah. I think we should all just relax. Sometimes just going up there doing this shut in yellow.
Are you sure you can still throw straight?
pretty sweet safe house. Right, so like, what are we? Are we going steady or...?
Nah, mate. Gotta maintain my free agent status. Not enough booby traps in this place. Still, I'm glad we linked up. Don't know who else would have had the bollocks to take on Cass. Losing their psycho cult leader is gonna hurt Albion, no doubt. But trust me, fam, they won't pack it in so easily. Hope DedSec's got some fight left in it.
So sorry, officer. We'll turn the music down straight away. Surprised to see you, Lau.
I'm only human. And we've got a lot to celebrate. Cass finally got what was coming to him. And with Mary gone, the Kellys are on the back foot for once. DedSec is making it hard to be a bad guy in London. Until the Met gets its bollocks back, I'm still on Team DedSec.
Rewind. Who wants to dance? I think it's time for a dance break. Fantastic. Is no one going to challenge in order to dance?
This is nice.
Check this out. Yeah. Check this out. I think it's time for a dance break. Keep it up. Is no one going to challenge in order to dance? Rewind. Who wants to dance? Is no one going to challenge in order to dance? I think it's time for a dance break.
Hey, if this isn't the angriest woman in London, you taking a break from busting the knobs?
A well-deserved one. Since we teamed up, the corporate class are thinking twice about fucking with London. See what happened to Castlehaven pissing in their trousers. The tide is turning, mate. Keep fighting, and and I'll fight along with you. Laters.
No, you.
You know I can't mute you, right? Say what you want to say or shut it.
And spoil my one source of entertainment? I'll give you a hint. Spooky voice, catchy name, bit of a drama queen. Or did you just forget that you haven't actually found Zero Day? You looked at Albion, Sirs, the Kellys, even Sky Bloody Larson. Have you ever considered that instead of looking outside, you should be looking in?
We have a problem. Come talk to me.
What's good, mate?
Sorry to spoil the party, but we have an uninvited guest in the DedSec network. They're downloading all the tech we've acquired to a remote device labeled Drill Britannia.
WT fuck?
DedSec. The name is Zero Day. We've met before, in a past life. This city needed a villain, and you were perfect for the part. Now I have you playing a different role. While you've been running around trying to save this city, you've actually been arming us for a war. But then, it isn't always for us to know the role we play. And sometimes, once we've played it, our role is to die.
Zero Day stole our shit.
Here's where I would remind you that I've been trying to warn you about the zero-day threat, if I was an unfeeling machine.
Is now the time, Bagley? Trace that signal.
I can't pinpoint the origin of the command, but the admin accessed the drive through an IP range dedicated to autonomous vehicles. I have a general geolocation for it, and I suggest you make a visit now.
Thanks for checking in, Chief. I've been sort of torn up lately. An old friend of mine got jumped the other night. I want to go visit him, but... well, you know.
Mate, I'm sorry, that's awful.
Yeah, it was a pack of fuckers from EPAF. They knew my mate ain't from here. They kept yelling, England first, as they kicked the shit out of him.
How can we help?
I don't know.
Poor guy.
It's a classic paradox. The shittier a society gets, the less willing everyone is to share it. There's been a spike in anti-immigrant violence lately, perpetrated by organised groups like the EPAF.
Fuck, man. Are you trying to ruin my day, or are you getting to a point?
The EPAF, or English Patriotic Action Front, appears to be unusually well funded and organised. They could be connected to some larger criminal enterprise.
We've got to check it out.
Whenever I try to use one of the shareable self-driving cars,
I've sent you the general location of the zero-day hacker's signal. As I said, I don't have their specific coordinates, so you'll have to search the area. Good luck and Godspeed.
Thanks, Bagley.
The technology was meant to make things better, but Bloom has made it so bad that it just makes
Those old government promises of adequate food turned out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies. Hundreds have already died of conditions that could be easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan run our cities. And Prime Minister Devasani is even around to pretend to care. How do we go from a consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of hoarding, food battles and black market barons? We protect everyone who comes on the podcast by keeping their identities secret. Here's veteran political reporter Ian on the power behind shortages.
Look, I mean, what was the first thing that happened when Britain sealed itself off? Like, the first stuff that stopped from...
You're close to the origin point of the signal that hacked our network.
The most damaging part was when the radioactive isotopes stopped coming in. Now, radioactive isotopes, that's what we use in cancer screening, cancer treatment. Now,
the origin of the hacker's signal is really close now. It'll be coming from a van.
Cool. So find the van, find the hacker. Easy.
The van is driverless, but it does seem to be protected by armed drones. So, new plan, keep close enough to it while I trace the controlling signal.
Okay, I'll try, but if I die, I'm blaming you.
I'll be sure to pass that on with your remains.
When actually there was an effort to try and stockpile, there were some things that could be done. For a lot of it, there was a major...
Again!
Suspect reported in your area, potentially armed and hostile.
They didn't have the mental health drugs.
Those drugs moving to intercept.
We eventually found the same thing with foods that weren't produced in the UK. And the trouble is, the UK don't produce our own food. We never have. For 100 years, we produce under half of our own food. As soon as those wars went up, we started having significant material problems. Then Britain always told itself it had this national myth, right, that it was because it got through the war, they experienced any kind of hardship. I mean, that wasn't really the case. People during the war were far more frightened than something like stuff. What did we see? People don't have to. They were desperate for the things that they had before, and they were scared. So they went to the black market. The same thing that always happens. And where did the growth plan come from?
Control, we're pursuing the suspect.
Things that they could previously get legitimately, they can now only get through the black market, funneling funds towards criminality. From there, we got to the situation we have now of this big war between criminals and security that seems to dominate the trend.
Nothing shakes people's faith in quite as much as the fact.
Control, target has exited the vehicle. Over.
I think what we've come to now is a real
Control, we have a visual on the suspect.
There will be surplus, that we will have plenty, that's the whole logic for running society in this way, that people will have enough. And now, with this kind of huge shortages of everything, you're seeing that system collapse.
Control, target has abandoned the vehicle.
Engaging hostile target.
Ready to ram the vehicle. Over. Control, we're in pursuit. Over. Target's vehicle. Control, we are pursuing the suspect. Drones have been deployed to apprehend the suspect. urgently required at our location.
Danger. Vehicle in critical condition. Please exit immediately. Danger.
Control, we are pursuing the suspects. Over.
I'm putting an end to this. Over.
Behind all that.
I don't know,
All the bad things that are happening now, all the bad things that have ever happened, all involve human beings. They're always involved whenever anything goes wrong from the very dawn of time. And figure this, an automated novel task, sure to step up on the human line. You could even program it with a tiny, tiny sliver of conscience. And if you had an automated prime minister, you could program it to be occasionally in the middle of that country. So that's, again, that's a step forward.
Again, I insist that there's never been a Prime Minister, Andy. I've never seen him, I've never heard of him. The only time I ever hear what the Prime Minister does is when nothing happens.
I mean, it has reached the point where, and I've thought this for a long time, we would be better off if the Prime Minister was...
Control, we are pursuing the target.
No, it would be, I think we'd all be happy with that. We'd all know what it's doing.
You hear him being praised for his diplomatic skills all the time, but the best mark of diplomacy is when nothing happens. So good diplomacy is indistinguishable from him doing absolutely nothing.
4,000 new dream jobs for everyone. All I can say is that I'm very glad that my children studied at school, because that has set them up for life in modern Britain. That is the one core skill they need, the ability to protect that they are living happy and fulfilled lives, that they have jobs that are worth doing, and that they're making the planet a better place, that they control their own destinies, and that they have even a parody of a private life without crime. And dramatism is crucial skills in this day and age. Of course, it's not just the jobs that have been technologicalised. All the submission, it is also all reality. Optics, according to Bloom, the optic signal is now...
Target is no longer in the vehicle. Over. Control, a bystander has been hit. Control, target is now on foot. Control, we are still on the suspect. Over. Can anyone see the suspect?
I hope this isn't a bad time, but we need your particular skill set for something.
Brilliant.
Let's make a cryptocurrency out of something crowdfunding that what we've got spare. Jelly beans, are they still legal?
He's away so often, Andy. I'm starting to think he doesn't like the country.
That is all from the bug today. Fly away, bugs. We are done.
Every year, more than 80,000 construction workers in England suffer from a work-related injury. More than 25% of all work-related fatalities happen in the building industry. Construction sites are dangerous places. With Ixotech's drones, we're automating safety in the
I thought you understood our partnership. You go out into the field, risking life, limb, and liberty, and I do hard bits. But I can't do hard bits if you don't stay close enough to the target. Look, I'll even mark its new location on your map. Oh, thank you, Bagley. You're so clever and kind to do everything for me. Oh, you're welcome, random operative.
We're talking about how Bagley
Drones deployed to arrest the suspect.
Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present everywhere we go now. Bagley just kind of blends into the background.
Bagley is the service AI that's present in every optic device. Whether you're using an optic, Bagley is to your optic
All units, possible suspect or suspects reporting your location.
Our tech hero as part of her techno-utopian idea for the world. Why do you think it grew so quickly?
In my mind, it's no surprise that Bagley became so popular. It's funny, useful, fast. It's a great companion and really does so much easier. And the service AI that uses when you ask Bagley anything, answer and loads of information available.
We're tracking the suspect.
Hours and no one even noticed.
The other competitors really just couldn't compete with Bagley. They didn't understand anything. Bagley pretty much gets everything right first time. Do you have any idea why Bagley really beat all the competition?
Well, it's really the data, isn't it? Ever since
Suspect is unsighted. Unsighted sweeping area.
Things changed.
And really, that's not actually that great. Blue has data on everybody. They collect information about...
Trace complete. The signal controlling the van originated in the Stockwell war bunker. Good chance that's where Zero Day has been operating this whole time. If so, they certainly have a flair for the dramatic.
I like the unstable ones. Send me their location.
That's how these AI systems work. Or at least used to work. I mean, we don't really know that much about the latest version because there's so much secrecy around the tech. But they're given this huge amount of training data. It's basically a huge database that's used to teach the AI about patterns in behavior. You know, so if you always travel the same way to your house, it can predict when you're going to go and get a self-driving car ready for you before you even ask for it.
That's pretty terrifying. In some ways, I don't want this data to drive my life. It understands too much at times. Have you heard some of the rumours around the hacked version of Bagley?
I've heard mutterings, yes.
I've heard it's been used by DedSec.
I wouldn't put it past them. It's pretty well known that they're not fans of Bloom. But the idea of a souped-up version of Bagley, given that it's already so intelligent, is a bit terrifying.
I wonder what they can actually make it do.
The Bar. Objective voice of objection for a most objectionable world. Hello, Busters. Welcome to the Bar, the comedy show that holds up the Medusa of satire to the already immovably concrete face of modern Britain. I'm Andy, I bench 480, and I can crack a tree in half just by looking at it. Can I? Well, what is reality anyway? Alice, what do you bench?
I bench body weights.
Right.
Well, not my body weight.
Okay.
Body weight of the baby.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to give that kind of detail. Just
It's very impressive. People look at me and go, where did you get that baby?
Yeah. You are listening to the Bar.
In this week's Truth News, according to an official poll, 98% of Londoners are very happy with CTOS. And I am not sure that I agree with this, Andy. I don't think 98% of Londoners have ever, in the history of London, ever agreed on anything. You could not get 98% of Londoners to agree that oxygen was better than breathing a fog of raw liquid feces. And they expect us to believe that everyone agrees CTOS is better than not choking on shit mist.
Maybe they just meant 98% of one specific Londoner who for its testicles the press of the country. I mean, this is not just any old poll, we should say that. This is not any poll. This is an official poll, right from the very heart of government. It's not a knock-off fake poll of an elderly couple and their mangy old dog sitting on a bench waiting to die. This is an official poll. Put those words, official poll, through an online translator in case you didn't study languages. Let's find out what it actually means. Made up lie. There we go. I think it's fair to say, entirely trust these official polls. They feed us, Alice. I mean, they could publish an official poll saying that over 99.9% of children like ice cream and are innocent humans. All children now hate all ice cream and would prefer to eat a bucket of gravel mixed with dead badger. They could publish an official poll saying that 10 out of 10 cats prefer cat food to being whacked with a tennis racket, and I would assume that all cats have gone vegan and are queuing up.
You're near the Stockwell bunker, potential hideout of the evil universe DedSec that calls themselves Zero Day.
Your judgment is impaired, Sally. I'll make my own decisions.
I trust those polls as much as I would trust Mary Kelly if she came up to me and said, "Congratulations, Andy, you've just won a free holiday to the south of France in the back of this windowless van."
I think official polls are like the unsolicited dick pics that the government provides us. I didn't ask for it, I don't believe it, it's on an angle, you've artificially inflated it ahead of time, and anyone that falls for one deserves all of it.
Very nice.
The elevator that descends into the Zero-Day bunker is guarded by a strange security system, some sort of copycat game. You'll need to solve it to gain access to the lower level. Don't say I didn't warn you. Well, I'd be careful not to muck it up next time. No pressure.
Clearly this security is not from World War II. So who installed it and why?
the most inviting clubhouse, is it? Judging from the security above, I'd expect some unorthodox defense measures.
Humanity's forgotten its native state. Its primal existence.
Shit! I must say, this place is far from inviting. It's like someone decorated the walls with a fevered dream.
True change has always come from destruction. When we work with machines, we become machines. Technology should serve humanity, not replace it.
There's something bizarre up ahead. I'm gonna check it out. Well, 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 this must be Zero Day's naughty little dungeon. I wonder where everyone went. What have you got, Bagley?
It's, not authorized. How can it be not authorized?
Not authorized? By whom?
By, apparently I can't say. Can I say this is really fucking annoying? Oh, well, there's that at least.
Damn, someone's hacking into Bagley. Listen, have a look around, but exercise caution.
Yes, I may be able to analyze individual data points. Suggest you make this a quick investigation, though. I'm picking up Albion activity in the area. Possible they are searching for Zero Day as well.
Well, this is taking visualize your inner thoughts to a whole other level.
This is the Bagley source code, a copy of my brain from Broker Tech, code we acquired in Sky Larson's lab. Zero Day has reverse-engineered Themis drones. Could they have their own private fleet? Zero Day appears to be running the chip tracking tech we acquired from Mary Kelly. Now, what do you suppose they're doing with it? Zero Day has a backdoor into Filament, that deep surveillance supercomputer Malik was so concerned about.
Bloody hell!
Clearly, DedSec has been unwittingly nicking toys for Zero Day. I'm detecting some devices over in the crash pad that could fill in some details.
Fox, that looks like a stinger, eh? Oh, ease up, please. Let him breathe. Our very own Guy Fawkes. It's the wrong mask, though.
Fuck you. We didn't set that bomb. We defused it.
Even if I was inclined to believe a DedSec insurgent, do you think it really matters at all?
Since when does Albion get to play judge, jury, and executioner? You have no jurisdiction in London.
Oh, I do now. Listen up. Get all your units to move in and lock down the city. Provide medical aid. Help the injured. And guns out. Let's make it look good for the fucking cameras. Understand?
Well, well, if I were a betting AI, I'd say Nigel Cass had advanced knowledge of the London bombings and the location of that DedSec safe house, almost like someone tipped him off. But I suppose you'll put this together in your own time.
It's time for a hard reset.
Oh my god.
Breakups are hard.
Is London burning?
Parts of it.
Then I've held up my end. Release the filament code.
One of your DedSec squad, he stopped the Parliament bomb. I was rather counting on that one, to be honest.
This is still the largest terror attack in London's history. If you can't work with that...
Oh, I'll work with it. But the deal is off.
Do you know who you're fucking with, Mr. Cass?
I know you set off bombs across the city and fucked your friends. I don't know what mischief you'll get up to with a big girl toy like Filament. Cleaner this way, though.
She's running! Get her!
Sabine? Wait. No, wait a tick. Sabine killed Dalton. She sold out DedSec. Sabine is Zero Day.
Explains why she wiped my memory. There's a lot to unpack here, but more pressingly, I've pinpointed where Draw Britannia is running. That console right over there.
I have True Britannia. It's some sort of large CTOS patch. But I can't stop it.
No one can stop it. That's the whole point. So... impressed?
Maybe. What's that CTOS patch do?
It's society's big wipe. While DedSec runs around fixing bugs, I'm deleting the source code. Frying the hardware too. All of it. It's actually a beautiful thing you've done by helping to steal all that tech.
Shame you'll be here in your creepy little dungeon and miss all the beauty. When's the rest of Zero Day joining the fun?
Oh, it's just me. I learned very early on that no one was willing to make real sacrifice for change. In the end, history's actors work alone.
Can we say family of origin issues?
Ouch. I had hoped you might at least understand why I did it. Why we recruits. I am sorry, but once again, DedSec has outlived its usefulness. Spread out! Millions will suffer today. It's an honor to die among them.
Search the area! Oh dear.
Sabine has locked me in.
I need time to crack the security system and open the blast door. Try to survive until the process is complete.
I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna be safe.
I've unlocked the doors. I suggest you make a swift and safe escape. You'll need to find another exit. Albion has dispatched personnel to intercept operatives across the city.
Oh dear, this is fine. I'm fine. Not that anyone asked.
Fuck! We can't shake them! I'm getting shot at! I hate getting shot at!
You'll need to find another exit. Albion has dispatched personnel to intercept operatives across the city.
Oh dear, this is fine. I'm fine. Not that anyone asked.
They just keep on coming!
Get them ass whooped over here!
You'll need to find another exit. Albion has dispatched personnel to intercept operatives across the city.
Oh dear, this is fine. I'm fine. Not that anyone asked.
Jesus, this is bad! They just won't let up!
Bugger me. That was a trifle tricky, but I escaped.
Yes, brilliant work.
What the fuck is going on? I just got roughed up by an Albion squad at my own home. I barely escaped with my life.
They're on me too. We need a secure place to collect ourselves.
Sabine has leaked your locations to Albion. All operatives are currently compromised. I suggest you all lay low and avoid any large groups. I'll send you a low-key meeting spot.
It absolutely is not. I mean, we have this technology now where they can spy on my every bowel movement. There's a CTOS camera installed inside my underwear drawer. A media drone is scaring the birds off my garden bird feeder, and you can't get me consistently hot water.
Speaking of media drones, I mean, they're everywhere, clearly. The great thing, I guess, about media drones is that, as inanimate robots, they actually have more humanity, compassion and dignity than the human journalists we used to have to put up with, and a much more accurately calibrated moral compass. But it's the intrusion I can't stand, Alice. I'm in showbiz. Look at
Shit! What the hell's going on, Bags?
I'm not sure, but I've secured an alternate location for an emergency meeting far from the safe house. Pushing the coordinates now.
Before we all have the crosses to bear.
At this point, they've installed so many CTOS cameras, I'm not sure where they'll put the new ones. On top of the old ones, just cameras watching other cameras like a social media influencer so self-absorbed they don't know how to...